Hello everybody, welcome back to the JB Gaming channel and another episode of OSRS, Old School Runescape. So, past couple of days, been grinding a little bit on the account. So I've done a bit of mining and smithing, fishing, cooking, bit of fletchering, crafting. Yeah. Obviously done the National History Museum just to get level 9 Hunter, and we're now level 10 in Slayer. We've done all that because on the beginner clue scrolls, you will get Charlie the Tramp, and you have to give him an item, i.e. a fish, some leather chaps, or some iron bar, or some iron ore. So yeah, so that's what I've done on the account. We have obtained 3 beginner caskets. We also got a random event with the Quizmaster, so we have got a mystery box. Also, we have obtained our first 3 uniques on the account, which, as you can see, is the zombie boots, the zombie shirt, and a frog token. They all started popping up when I was obviously grinding on the account. The account is now 10 hours old, coming up to 11 hours. So yeah, if we go into other random events, you'll see the first 3 items in the collection log. So with the random events, they will pop up. But in this episode, we are only looking for 1 item and 1 item only. And that is going to be the Goblin Champion Scroll. So if we go down to Lumbridge, and if we come over the bridge, excuse me. So yeah, if we come downstairs, come over the bridge into just over the bridge, you'll see a spawn of Goblin. Is there someone else fighting these? Because I don't want to be picking up their stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change worlds, and I'll bring you back when we're in a world where no one is. And there we go. We just hot worlds there. The account is now 10 hours and 55 minutes old. So what I am going to do is I am going to do a stopwatch and find out how long it takes to get a champion scroll from a goblin. So if we look up the drops, it is a 1 in 1,005, a 1 in 5,000. So I can imagine we're going to get some beginner clue scrolls, some easy clue scrolls. Sorry, table 1 actually. So yeah, so all the items they do drop, we will pick up and we will store it in the bank, and then we will sell it, just so we can make some money in game. So I'll keep you here for the first kill. It'd be good if we could get it on the first kill. And we don't. But there we go, that is the first kill. And what I'll do is if we get a clue scroll of something worth bringing you back for, I'll bring you back. Yep, so I am going to bring you back here just for a second. All the stats that we've got here, I'm going to do them in sets of 10. So I will get 10 defense. Then I'll move over to range, get that up to 10. Magic up to 10. And then we'll just keep rotating. So we'll do attack up to 20. And so forth and so on. So we'll crack on. I'll bring you back when something interesting happens. So there we go. On kill number 28, we have our first easy clue scroll. Okay. Sapphire necklace. I think all these items I might just buy. Sapphire ring, sapphire necklace, level 22. A coif, 38. A steel plate body. Yeah, can I wear steel? Should be able to. Steel, yes I can. So yeah, with this easy clue scroll, I think I'm just going to buy the items from the Grand Exchange. Just so it makes it a little bit easier for me. So, I'll bring you back once we've completed, hopefully, this clue scroll. So on the way over to the Grand Exchange, we have got a random event, which is going to be the maze. Which, it should give us some items. I'll bring you back once we've finished the maze. And there we go, that's the maze complete. So from completing that, we've got 170 iron arrows, 28 death ruins, and 42 steel arrows. Yeah, so that's not bad. We've also got a defense potion while in there, and I think we got some more iron arrows. So yeah, some loot for ranging. So, after buying all the items for the clue scroll, the coif, I need to have a level 20 in range. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the clue on the floor, and we're just going to juggle it for now until we get to level 20 in range. So, as always, I'll bring you back if something of note happens while we're attacking the goblins. And there we go, on kill number 49. We have just got our first beginner clue scroll off the goblins. So I am going to bank, get a spade, and then I will finish the beginner clue scroll. I'll bring you back once we have a casket, hopefully. So there we go. We've done our first goblin clue scroll and got our beginner casket. We had a Charlie the Tramp. It was a 3-stepper. Charlie wanted an iron dagger, so with all the grinding that I did over the past couple of days, helped out because we mined the iron ore, and then we obviously crafted the iron dagger. So I'm going to put the casket, the spade, and Roldo's device back in the bank, and then we'll get back at it. So the official time at the minute is 30 minutes 17 seconds. So here we are, we've arrived back at the goblins. I'll start the timer. And there we go, on kill number 70, we have our second easy clue scroll. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, that is something we can do. So I'm just going to drop this and make sure we replenish the 60 minutes on that one. So, hopefully I'll bring you back when we have our first easy casket. So here we are, on the way over to do the next step in the clue. We have our first genie, which gives us a lamp, which will go straight on to Slayer. And we are now level 11 in Slayer. Lovely jubbly. So I'll bring you back once we've got the casket. And there we go, after 4 steps on that clue, we have our first easy casket. So we will return back to Lumbridge, put the casket back in the bank, and we'll get back at it on the grind with the goblins. So here we are back at the goblins. Timer will resume at 36 minutes and 6 seconds, and we will carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if something of note happens. And there we go. Bring you back at kill 76 because we have another beginner clue scroll. I've obviously clicked on a goblin there, so I might as well kill it now. Champion scroll. Not this time round. So this time, hopefully, we'll try and do it without killing a goblin. So let's have a look at what we need. Talk to the cook at Lumbridge Castle. So it's just over here. I'm going to keep you with me on this one. Gives you a bit of an idea on what we do with the clue scrolls. Have a quick chat. Is it a one-stepper? Oh, should have stopped the timer there early. We've added probably another 2-3 seconds onto that. It's not a one-stepper. We need to go and get the device from the bank. Device in speed. The device doesn't seem to work. We now need to go back to Roldo in Varrock to go and get another device. I'll bring you back once I've got a device. So there we go. We've got the strange device from Roldo in Varrock. It either wants us to go to the Cowfield or northwest or northeast of Al Kharid mine. If we touch it, there we go. So we now know we need to be going to this location. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the Al Kharid mine. So here we are. Hopefully it's a 2-step. It isn't. It's a 3-step. South of Varrock, which is going to be up there. I'll bring you back once we get the casket. So there we go. That is, I think, casket number 5. Let's quickly nip to the bank and have a look, because we already had 3 at the beginning. So yeah, I think this is casket number 5. We're not far from the bank, so we can have a look. Can't wait to get teleports. It is casket number 5 on the beginner side. Then we've got obviously 1 mystery box and 1 easy, with an easy clue scroll still on the floor. So we just need to achieve level 20 in range, and then we'll be able to do the other easy clue scroll. So I'm going to return back to the goblins. I'll bring you back when we get there. So here we are. We've arrived back at the goblins. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to kill one without starting the timer, because we did leave it running last time. Once we kill this goblin, I'll start the timer back up again. So there we go. That is kill number 78. There we go. And we'll resume the timer. And I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So I'm just going to bring you back here because we are at 99 kills so far. So I'm going to keep you with me for kill 100. And then obviously, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, you'll see that we've just got kill number 100. Grand exchange rate of loot is 9,756. So I'm going to bring you back at every 100 goblin kills. So the next one will be 200, or if anything of note happens. So I'm just going to stop the timer there, due to the fact we've got nearly a full infantry. So I'm just going to bank, and then we'll come back and get at it. The current time is now 55 minutes and 50 seconds. And still no sign of a clue scroll. But I'll bring you back when we return to the goblins. So here we are, back at the goblins, and we will carry on the grind. As always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So there we go, that is kill 199. So I'm going to keep you here for kill number 200. And on that kill, we will stop the timer, because that is 200 goblins down already. A total of 26,800k. Just obviously restart that, and we're about an hour and 11 minutes in. I am going to bank again, and then we'll come back and start it back up again. So here we are, back at the goblins after banking. And as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go. I brought you back because we now have level 20 in range. So we can now, if we stop the timer, do this easy clue scroll. So I'm going to go to the bank, get the items that we need, and hopefully we can get another casket. So there we go, that is our second casket for easy, which we are going to stick in the bank. So what I am going to do is stick this in the bank, and then we'll go back to the goblins and carry on the grind. So we've arrived back at the goblins, and we are now going to train magic up to level 10, as we have got 20 in range, and then we'll move over to attack, strength and defense. So as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So there we go, after that kill we have reached level 10 in magic, so we will now move over to attack. What I am going to do is I am going to go to the bank and change up my outfit a little bit. But we'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if something of note happens. And there we go, on kill number 270, we have another beginner clue scroll. Easy, sorry, not beginner. So it wants us to go to Falandor. Have we got the music track? We have, sweet. So hopefully this is only a couple of steps and we'll get this done. I'll bring you back when we get the casket. And there we go, after 3 steps we finally have our easy casket. We did have to buy some iron chain body, but that's not a problem. We will go back to the goblins and carry on the grind for the goblin champion scroll and bring you back once we arrive back. So here we are, back at the goblins. Timer is at 1 hour 27 minutes and 30 seconds, and we'll carry on the grind and I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So here we are, I'm going to bring you back. We're on 299 kills on the goblins now, so I'm going to bring you back for kill number 300 and beginner clue scroll. Just some coins and some bones. But that is 300 goblins down. We are 1 hour and 35 minutes in, and we'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if something of note happens. So here we go. Here's my random event so far. But because we already have a frog token, I'm just going to dismiss it. I don't need another one. That's a shame it isn't a genie or something new. But never mind, the grind continues. We are on 373. I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So there we go, on kill number 385. I know it does say 386, but I did get it on 385. We have another beginner clue scroll. So it is Charlie the Tramp. So I'll make my way over, and hopefully it's a one-stepper. So here we are, the beginner clue scroll was a 3-stepper, and there we go, we finally have another casket. So we'll turn back to Lumbridge, and then we'll carry on the grind. So there we go, we are at kill 399, so this will be number 400, so I brought you back as always. I would like a easy clue scroll, please. Nope, just some coins and some bones again. So there we go, that is kill number 400. Obviously, it's a 1 in 5,000 chance of getting a champion scroll. But we will continue the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, once again, on kill number 417, we have another easy clue scroll. Which is, I'm going to need a spade, so I'll go to the bank, and hopefully it's only a 2-stepper. And there we go, that was a 4-step clue. We now have another casket. We did have to buy some studded chaps, a longsword, and a kite shield. So all the items I do buy for the clue scrolls, I will eventually sell back to the Grand Exchange, and then we will craft our own items. But for now, just so we can carry on the grind, we will buy them as and when we need them. So I'm going to go back to Lumbridge and carry on the grind. And as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So there we go, on kill number 458. Once again, we did kill an extra goblin, but we have got another beginner clue scroll. So it is going to want us to get the device out of the bank. Hopefully it's working. I'll bring you back, hopefully, once we get the casket. So there we go, that is another casket for the beginners. We had to buy a red cape then. So once again, once we get that item, we will sell it back to the exchange. So what I am going to do, I think, is stop the episode here for now at 459, due to the fact that the videos that we're doing already is about 5 hours long. So I will need to cut it down and get it uploaded. What I might also do off screen is try and get all the items we need for beginner and easy clue scrolls. I think that'll be a lot easier than keep going back to the exchange to buy the items. So we'll leave this episode here. We'll call this Goblin Champion Scroll Part 1. You've been watching JB Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in Part 2.